All right, all right, all right. All right, you guys. If you can hear me, if you can hear me. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you all for coming in. Hey, y'all. Thank you all for coming in and joining me on the YouTuberations. My name is Jennifer. I am your nonprofit expert. I first want to say thank you all for those of you that follow. Thank you for those of you that subscribe. Thank you so much for those of you who are part of my nonprofit Nuggets community. Um, I am super excited to be able to share this series of information with you. As I've been promising that I'm going to start coming live over here, and I'm excited for the opportunity to start doing that for you right now. Today, we're going to talk about the steps of the how new nonprofits find donors. Okay. I want you guys to take out your pens and your papers. I want you guys to start taking notes. And while you are taking notes, I also want to welcome you to leave your comments, ask your questions, and I'll be sure to come back and answer all of your questions as well. All right. For those of you all who are new to me, my name is Jennifer. I am a nonprofit expert, over 38 years of experience helping organizations put together plans, strategies, systems, and tools. I want y'all to hear me. Plans. We need a plan to raise money, right? Strategies, systems, right? And tools. And so I'm going to be sharing with you the plan, the strategy, the system, and the tool to raise money for your nonprofit organizations. How do you find donors? For those of you that say, Jen, I don't know what to say. Jen, I don't know where to begin. Jen, I don't know where to start to find donors. Okay. That's the plan. This is what we're going to be talking about today. And again, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, put them in below, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. All right, so let's go. Here we go. Here we go. If you are a nonprofit organization and you are saying, Jen, I'm having a difficult time finding donors. All right. So the first thing that we have to do is put together a plan. All right. And this is what your plan includes. This is what your plan includes. Okay. This is what your plan includes. The first thing that you want to know is who is your target audience? Now, why is this a part of the plan? The plan is who is your target audience? What are their needs? Where are they located? What is it that caused them to be in this situation? Right? Why is it important that you understand your target audience? Who is your target audience? The target audience is the people that you are serving. So you've got to be able to describe, you've got to be able to articulate, you've got to be able to clarify to who? Your prospective donor. Not just what you're doing with them in the program, but you also have to be able to be clear about this is their problem. They're in this situation because they lack access, they lack resources, they lack information, they lack whatever, right? You are educating, you are inspiring, you are informing those that are not in the situation that you're serving, right? So you've got to be versed. You've got to be able to be clear and concise that this particular population has this need. And this is why they have the need. And our organization is what? The solution. That's right. We are the solution. So, as a part of your strategy, you first have to be able to say, you've got to be able to speak about not what you want to do, but why is what you want to do important? I'm going to say that again for the people in the bushes, honey. Why is what you want to do important? It's important because this population has this particular need. This is the problem of this particular population, and this is how our organization is the solution. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? This has got to be your strategy. You have got to be an expert in the problem. You've got to be able to speak about, you've got to be able to clarify, you've got to be able to communicate what is the problem. And this is why what our mission is important. This is the target audience that we're serving. This is the problem that they have. And this is why our mission is important. Our mission being successful solves this problem. Put got it, Jen, in the comments. All right. I don't want to go too fast. I want to make sure that everybody understands what we're talking about. All right. We are talking about how do I find donors? The first thing that you've got to be able to do is communicate to them. You've got to be able to connect to them. You've got to be able to introduce what you do to them, not the activities of what you do, but what is the need that you are solving? Why? Why? I want y'all to hear me. Why? Why? Why is this activity important? Okay. All right. So listen, for those of you that are following me on the Tuberations, thank you for being a follower. Thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm excited about it. I've had this page here for almost 10 years, and I really have not leveraged it the way that I should, but that's changing. In 2025, honey, I am on my way. I'm going to help 1,000 organizations raise money. You hear what I said? I am on a mission that in 20 and the 25, I am going to help 1,000 organizations raise money. I want to help 1,000 organizations to be fully funded in 2025. That is my personal goal. I ain't playing around. I am not playing around. I want to make sure that those of you that are serious about your mission, those of you that are serious about meeting need in your community, those of you that are serious about so committed to impact, I want to help you. All right. I want to help you. All right. So here we are. We're talking about, Jen, how do I find funding? Because I think one of the most common questions that I find is, Jen, I don't have funding. Jen, I don't have enough what? Consistent funding. Jen, I don't have enough consistent funding to do our work. Now, where does consistent funding come from? Consistent funding comes from what? The 8 streams of revenue. The 8 streams of revenue. Now, what are the 8 streams of revenue? If you don't know that you have 8 streams of revenue, put 8 in the chat. 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 All right? Individuals. Individuals are donors. Corporations, businesses are donors, right? Those that attend your events, your fundraisers, these are prospective, what? Ongoing donors, supporters, contributors, in kind, donors, supporters, contributors, grants, a donor, a supporter, a contributor, right? You have program fees, partnerships and collaborations, and products and services. All right. Everybody has 8 streams of revenue. What I want you to understand is that before a person becomes a donor, before a person becomes a contributor, before a person gives you their money, they first have to know what you do. They first have to be introduced to what you do. They can't give to somebody that they don't know. I don't think you heard me, because some of y'all ain't got no money because nobody knows you exist. You don't have any money because nobody knows you exist. You're paying for everything out of your pocket. You're paying for everything out of your pocket, right? So the people that would and could be benefited by what you do don't know you exist. So how can they become a donor? How can they become a contributor? How can they become a partner? How can they become someone that supports your mission if they don't know you exist? You know how it is when I ask some of y'all, listen, so tell me about your website. Yeah, we have a website, but the content on it, we got to change the content, Well, yeah, we have social media, but we really aren't using it. Well, then how the ding dang devil are the people supposed to know what you do, to be excited, to become investors, to become partners, to become contributors if they don't know what you do? Now, what is it that you do? Now, this right here, I'm going to talk real slow because I don't want you to miss this. What is it that you do? What is it? Put it in the chat. What is it that you do? You do not do activities. That's not what you do. I want you to hear me. You do not do activities. You do not do program. No, you do it. What is it that you do? The I and the T. What is it that you do? You solve problem. I need y'all to hear me. Your donors, your funders, your supporters, they are attracted to problem solvers. How many of you guys see people asking for help? Right? You're at people asking for help, and people are thinking, how can I help? How can I help? How can I help? Right? Will $20 help? Will $100 help? Right? I want to help. I want to help, Jen. I want to help what? I want to help meet the need. I want to help solve your problem. That's why we do the food pantries, right? I want to help. Let me give you my clothes. Let me give you my food. Let me give you something. Why? Because I want to help. Are you with me? Your donors that don't have a problem, they don't have the situation. You need something to eat? Let me clean out my closet. Let me donate this or that. Why? Because I want to help. Put help in the chat. Because I want to help. I want to help solve a problem. That's what we do. We solve problems. That's our it, not our passion. It's not our passion. Those of you, I want to do this. I want to, I want to help young people, Jen. I want to do a summer camp, Jen. I want to do this or that. It is not the what you do. It is what is it? What is it? What is it what is the problem that we're solving? Because those that are your donors, those that are your supporters, those that are your contributors, those that are your volunteers, those that are your board members, those that are the people that support you, but they're not in what you do. Why do they give theirs to you? Because they want to help solve the problem. I say this every day. I say this every day. Are y'all listening to me? Are y'all listening to me? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? I say this every day. You all are so driven by what you want to do. Jen, I want to help the homeless. Jen, I want to do a transitional program. Jen, I want to do a mentoring program. Jen, I want to do a sports program. Jen, I want to do a feeding program. Jen, it's not, that ain't it. That's not the it that inspires. That is not the it that encourages. That is not the it that defines the problem that your donors and your funders want to solve. They give their money for something they're not in. Why? Because they want to solve problems. So what does that mean? That means you as a strategy, system, tool, you've got to be able to describe the problem. Many of you did not start your nonprofit. Be clear about the problem. How do I know? Because I asked you, what's the problem? And you start telling me what happened to you. Well, Jen, I started my nonprofit because what happened to me? I started my nonprofit, Jen, because I went through this and I want to make sure that nobody else goes through this. Jen, I started my nonprofit because this thing really affected me and I just want to help that, make sure that because you want to help, right? You want to help. You want to help, which is why you started this whole nonprofit. You want to help. But you've got to be able to what? Describe, clarify, introduce. What are we helping? Tell me what you're going to help with my money. Your passion? I'm really passionate about this. I really want to do this. No, it's not about you. It's about what problem are you solving? in your community. And why is solving the problem important? That right there is your marketing. You're marketing to who? The people, the businesses, the individuals, the corporations that also want to help with that problem. I told y'all this is guaranteed. This is guaranteed. This is not hypothetical. This is not some can, some can't. No, everybody who gives their money are clear. My money is going to help this. That's it. But you've got to be clear. What is your message? What is the message? Now, this is where y'all fall down because you don't know how to say it. Y'all can talk around in circles. I can ask a specific question. Tell me what your mission is. What is your mission? Why is that clear? Why does that have to be clear? Because the person that is listening, who's not in what you do, has to be clear about where's my money going? How is my money going to help? That's what your mission is. Your mission says, this is what we do, this is the problem, and this is the impact of what we do. That's what your mission is. You are a business. Put business in the chat. You are not passion. You are not a piece of paper. You are a business on a mission. Huh? You are a business with a niche. You are a business that is clear about what do we do. We solve this problem. We are known. We are renowned. We are experts in solving this problem. Our donors, our funders, our supporters, our contributors donate to us, and they can see through our testimonials, through our success, through the evidence of change in the people that come in and out of our organization, that we are good at solving the problem. That warrants what? That warrants ongoing support. That warrants growth of programs so that we can meet more need and solve more of the problem. Am I making sense? I'm making sense. Now, I know Uncle Google and YouTube University is not explaining it like this because God help me. I'm trying to figure out what is the problem. Everybody and their mother wants a nonprofit. Jen, I'm a nonprofit. I want to start a nonprofit, but I don't know how to raise money. And I'm thinking, now again, I'm going to say that as a professional fundraiser, and having done this work for 38 years, it was my job. It was my job. Many of you are starting your nonprofits from a place of passion. I didn't get into this from a place of passion. It was my job. I had to live, I had bills to pay. It was a job. So my mindset coming into the job was that I got to do the job. In order for me to get paid, I got to do the job. I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. Many of you who've never done the job. Many of you who've never done the job of raising money. I'm trying to put myself in your shoes to understand what is it that you need to know to be able to do the job. Now, again, I've worked with lots of organizations. I've worked for the American Red Cross. I worked for the Black AIDS Institute. I've worked for the Los Angeles Mission. I've worked for United Way. I've worked for, and then it became my job to help 1,000 organizations nationally and internationally. That was my job. So I approached the job from a place of, well, then what do I need? What do I have to do the job? Tell me what I need to do. Give me what I need to do the job. Why I need to know, what do I need in order to be successful at this job. So when I go into HR, they say, "Do you know how to do this job?" I said, "Yeah." So what, y'all gonna give me some donors? Y'all gonna give me the contacts? Y'all gonna, what are y'all gonna give me to be able to be successful at the job? I'm there for the paycheck. I'm there for the paycheck. I'm not there for passion. I'm saying, all right, this is what my salary is. Okay, well then give me what I need to do to do what do I got? Where's my office? Where's the file? Where do I start? Now, all these different organizations are different, but the same process. The same process to do the job is the same for everybody, right? The job of customer service is the job of customer service. The job of a cashier is the job of a cashier. It's the job. The job of a barista is the job of the barista. That no matter where you go, this is your job. This is what you do. This is what you got to know how to do. And this is what's going to get you that good cup of coffee. All right. The only difference might be the grains may be different, the brands may be different, the environment may be different, but the process is the same. Am I right about it? I got to have a price. I got to scan it. I got to get the money and I got to bag it. No matter where you go, the process of the cashier is the same. I got to scan it. I got to get the price. I got to get the money. I got to bag it. No matter where you go, you're a cashier here, you're a cashier there, you're a cashier anywhere. You have got to know the job. What is the job? The job is, this is the problem. This is the audience that we're serving. This is the need that we're addressing. And this is how we meet that need. Who are you saying that to? The people who are not in it. For every organization that I ever worked for, the mission was different. The audience was different. The need was different. But the steps of articulating what it is that we do, exactly the same. Reaching, identifying, communicating to who? The people that want to help with this problem. All of your organizations are the same. We meet need. That's what we do. That's our business. Our business is meeting need. Our business is getting to result. Our business is solving problem. I don't know if I'm preaching good. Thank you guys so very much for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for those of you that are commenting. Listen, I am on my way to 1,000 subscribers and I am excited about it. I really want to help 1,000 organizations. And your likes, your shares, your comments will help me reach that goal. If you are one of those 1,000 that say, "Jen, I need help. I need someone who can show me and tell me what to do," right? Say me, Jen. I want one. I'm one. I'm one of the 1,000. I'm one of the 1,000, Jen. Because when I tell you I am not playing in the 2025, I'm not playing. I only want to speak to those of you that say, "Jen, I want to be fully funded. I need to be fully funded." Why is it important coming up into this year? Because with the next administration, the needs and the demands, if that person's plans go according to what was described, the need, I want you to hear me, the need for our work is going to increase. And with that increased need is going to require what? Increased funding. I'm going to say that again. With the increased need is going to be increased funding. So, what does that mean? Somebody in your organization has to know the job. Who is doing the job of showing, sharing, articulating, clarifying the need and inviting those that could and would help solve that problem? Who's doing that job? Is anybody doing that job? If no one is doing that job, how the dang devil do you expect the job to get done? How do you expect it to get done if nobody is doing the job? Put job in the chat. Put job in the chat. Who is doing the job of showing, sharing, articulating, clarifying? This is the problem. This is the need. This is the purpose of our programs. This is the population. And this is how our organization meets the need. Now, once you understand what the need is, the next thing that you've got to be able to articulate is what? Who else in your community is also solving this particular population, right? Who else? What other organization, what other agency, what other group is serving or contributing or in some way assisting this population? Why is that important? Because donors, funders, and supporters are likely already supporting them, right? They likely already have donors. They likely already have supporters. Why do they have supporters? Why do they have donors? Because they already have identified the people that want to help solve that problem, right? That's okay. That's okay. You want to know who is funding them. Who's funding them? Because it is likely you meet the criteria of those funders. You meet the criteria of those supporters. Now, I don't want anybody to feel like, well, Jen, I don't want to take money from them. I don't want to take money from those other organizations, Jen. We're not taking money from anybody, anywhere. One individual can contribute to up to 8 different organizations. One individual, because they are interested in, concerned about this problem, they can support up to 8 different organizations. You're not taking from anybody. You're giving the people that already are interested in this problem being solved another way to solve the problem. I'm going to say that again for the people in the bushes. If y'all are in the bushes, come on out of the bushes and like this live. Come on out of the bushes, share this live. All right. This is the way to get through it and to it, right? So what do? You look at their annual reports. You look at their donor list. All this is public, okay? You identify who are the community members that have either attended one of their events, that have supported them in some way, and you do what? Make the introduction. Hello, my name is. I'm the executive director of. Our organization has this particular purpose, and this is our mission. We recognize this particular need in our community, and this need is growing. And the current organizations that are in place are doing the best that they can. But in many cases, they don't have the bandwidth or capacity to meet the enormity of the need. And so our organization was created to provide support, additional resources to be able to further get our arms around this problem. They do amazing work. They do amazing work, but they're at capacity. So our organization is in place to relieve the demand on the services that are needed to change and to address the need. That's it. We don't have to disparage anybody. We're not in comparison with anyone. There's enough. There's enough. I want you to say there's enough. There's enough for everybody. 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 The need is so great that not one organization can solve them all. You want to be able to know this is what they do and this is what we do. This is how their organization is doing it, and this is where we fill in the gap. I want y'all to understand the gap. Everybody got a gap, right? What is my niche? What is my niche, right? I got a lot of counterparts out here. I got a lot of people who call themselves experts, right? I don't want to disparage anybody. But one thing that I know about my niche is that I have worked in the nonprofit for over 30 years. I ran nonprofits. I worked as a grant writer. I worked as a fundraiser. I worked as a strategist. I worked as the executive director of many organizations. And on top of that, I have helped 1,000 organizations nationally and internationally every year. Thousand. My niche is sustaining and fully funding nonprofits. I'm not just a grant writer. That's a niche. I'm not just a fundraiser. That's a niche. I am a nonprofit expert. That's my niche. I don't care what your cause is. I don't care where your community is. I can help you raise money. I've done it for 38 years, thousands. Some people say, well, I can help you start your nonprofit. That's a niche. They can't help you run it. They can't help you fund it. They can't help you find donors. They can't help you find board members. All they can do is fill that paperwork out. Nothing wrong with that because some people got to do that. That's a job somebody got to do, right? I can do accounting. That's a niche, right? That's a niche. I help organizations put together plans, strategies, systems, and tools to raise money. Now, you have to have, as the executive director, somebody that knows how to do that job. And I'm telling you what the job entails. This is what the job has got to be able to do. You've got to be able to find donors. Who are your first layer of donors? Who are your first layer of donors? The first layer of donors are those individuals that already support causes and problems such as yours. That's your first layer. All you got to do now is make the introduction. So that goes to number 3. All right. Number 1 is understanding the problem, understanding your audience. Number 2 is being able to identify the areas within your community, right, that are already touching the population, the target population that you want to serve. Okay. And the needs that they meet, and how does the program mission of your organization, right? How does it further meet their need? Or are you a good partner for them? All right. That's number 2. Number 3, you've got to be able to leverage network, right? People give to people they know. People give to people they trust. People give to people they know. People give to people they trust. How are you building trust and network? Right? So you will do what? You create a list of people in your current network, friends, family, colleagues, social media content. This is where and how your branding, your ability to raise awareness about what you do is so critical. The more people that know what you do, the more people that know what you do, the more people that know what you do are the people that then can give to what you do. The more people that understand the problem and the need that you are addressing, the more people that understand that your organization is a solution to a problem. The problem, your organization that is able to be concise about how your organization meets that need, how you're able to share the breadth of the need in your community, right? The more people that know what you do are the people that attend those events, are the people that contribute, are the people that are inspired to become regular, ongoing supporters. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Now let me say this. You might have put your mother, your brother, your dog, and catch a fish on your board. You might have put them on your board, but they don't have a network. They don't know anybody. They know the same people you know. So now your network is like this, like tight like a fist. I don't know anyone and they don't know anyone. So then what do you have to do? You have to be seen. How do you become seen? Number 4, utilizing your online tools. Did I mention I've been doing this for 38 years? So 38 years ago, there was no Googleation. There was no Googles. There was no Googles, right? There was no Googles 38 years ago. 38 years ago, there was no internet. There was no internet 38 years ago. So, how did we get our name out there? At that time, we used billboards, we used bus stops, we used the yellow pages, we used newspapers. There was a section in the newspaper where community organizations would put these business card advertisements or something like that, right? PSAs over in the middle of the night between 2 and 5. There were these PSAs, right? What is all of that? Content. All of that was content, right? And so um, now we've got billboards. Now we've got certain particular directories. Then there became the internet, right? Then websites were created. But then you had to have a system to drive people to the website, right? Then there became business cards, and then there became the internet. And the internet now evolved to a place where you could have your own pages. So, what is the content that is essential in your branding, your network development? The problem, not your passion. Listen, if I see one more person, one, say, it's my birthday and I want everybody to donate $5 to my organization for my birthday. Now, this is what I know, that if you've got a network of people that will give $5 on your birthday to your nonprofit, what about the need that you can communicate to them to give before your birthday and then after your birthday? Are they giving because of your birthday? And if they will respond to giving because of your birthday, right? They're trying to meet a need. What then are you saying to them after your birthday to keep them connected, concerned, and interested in your organization that has ongoing need? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? It's just so but backwards. I can't take it. I cannot take it. I cannot take it. I cannot take it. And I'm like, what are they doing? Who told you to do that? And listen, the book face is, I can't say that. I can't say that because I can't get blocked. Um, I'm gonna say this. You've got to have a strategy. You've got to have a strategy. And I don't think y'all are operating in strategy. Are y'all sitting around thinking to yourself, I wonder what I can do today? Let me think. No, you have a network. Let me calm down. I get so passionate about this thing like it's mine. Y'all, I've been doing this work for 38 years. Next year gonna be 39. Y'all see this gray hair? Y'all are giving me these gray hairs. All of y'all that will not take telling, y'all are giving me these gray hairs. Y'all get on my phone, get in my inbox. I got no money, I got no money, I need 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 money. And I'm thinking, uh, well, do we have a strategy or a plan to raise it? No, no, no. We just winging it. Somebody else did a birthday blog, a birthday post, or you did a birthday post. They did a birthday post, Jen. I did a birthday post. Jen, I raised money on Giving Tuesday 3 weeks ago. Well, what are we doing today? Are we communicating with them? Are we sharing with them how through their donations we met the need, or how their organization they're giving because of a need? All right, again, I understand that many of you have never done the job, right? Many of you have never done the job. So, The Lord is tapping me on the shoulder and said, Jen, they don't know what they don't know. Don't be mad at them. Don't try to take out the stick. Don't be like Moses and take the staff and want to start chopping off heads. Don't do that, Jen. Put the staff down, girl. They don't know any better. They don't know. That's what I have to say to myself. Jen, they don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They can't do what they don't know, right? Nobody's telling them. Nobody's telling them what to do, Jen. They out here, they walking this walk in the dark, blindfolded in an ice storm with with flip-flops. Jen, they don't know. Okay, be patient. They don't know, Jen. They don't know. They don't know. I feel the press to say y'all have created a whole business. You have created a whole business and you don't know the job. And I think that's where my frustration comes in because I'm trying to get y'all caught up as quickly as possible. Because the need, I don't think you hear me. This is not about money. This is about need. The need that needs to be addressed is so dire, and you need money to do it. You cannot do it without the money. The need is so dire. We're not talking about the money. This is not about money. This is about need, not the need for money. No, the need to solve the problem. And we just happen to need the money to be able to solve the problem. But y'all are so caught up on the money. Why? Because you don't know how to articulate, clarify, describe, inform, engage, market the need. The money is not the problem. The money is a fruit. The people are going to give the money to what? Meet the need. Not because you need it. That's even in the grant. For those of you that started your nonprofit because I want a grant. Jen, I started my nonprofit because I want a grant. Jen, I started my nonprofit because I want a grant. Jen, I was told I could get a grant. Jen, can I get a grant? Why is the grant funder giving that money? Why? Because they're meeting a need. They're not giving you that money because you got a piece of paper. Let's be clear. These jackals that are out here saying you can get a grant, 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 you can get a grant. It ain't that simple. There is an application. What does the application say? What's the need? What's the problem? Tell me how you gonna fix the problem. Goals, objectives, how you gonna evaluate that you actually did it. Oh, and how much does it cost? The money is last. The money's not first. The money is last. The money's not first. Everybody donates and contributes. Why? They want to know what is the need first, not what you want to do, not what you want to start, not what happened to you, not your passion. That's not first. Calm down. I can feel my heart palpitating. I need a vacation. You know what? I wish I could walk away from this whole thing. I wish I could walk away. I said, God, give me another burden because this one right here is heavy, honey. Give me a whole nother burden because this one is way, gee, there are thousands of you every day. I said, God, there's got to be something easier I can do. And I think that because I did not come into this from a place of passion, I'm not that I'm not that I think I'm more analytical about it. I'm passionate. I think that this is an amazing work. I am committed to the success of this industry, particularly for those that are led by people of color who are largely underrepresented and underfunded, right? So my passion as a person who has raised hundreds of millions of dollars, and none of those organizations were mine. I think for me, I'm yelling into a void to say money is not, that's not, I don't ask for money. Having raised $12 million a year, I couldn't ask for $12 million. I couldn't ask for that much money. But what I could show was evidence that the organizations that I work for, we met this need. In the Girl Scouts, what's the need that we met for young girls? For the Black AIDS Institute, this is the need that we meet for those that want to be tested and get the results and to be prevent something that is 100% preventable. I've never had AIDS, but how do I raise money for that cause? I can relate to the problem. I can communicate the need for the solution and the services, the importance of being tested, the importance of having conversations about sexual behavior and patterns. Working for the Los Angeles Mission. I've never been homeless, thank God. But I can relate to the circumstances and situations that can happen like this, where people who cannot afford the high cost of living and the increase in rents, and that the reason that many of them are homeless is not because they're drug addicts and they don't want to work. There are other circumstances that are also at play. And how through our organization we transition people from this place of plight to self-sufficiency. I can explain that. I want to help you explain it for yours. You understand? It's the same explanation. Who we do, what do we do, who do we serve, what's the problem, and this is the impact. That's it. Creating a network of people that are interested in this problem. How do they know to be interested in the problem? You got to communicate that. I don't like talking about my program, Jen. I feel like I'm begging. That's insanity. I just want to say it. You can take it for whatever you want, but that's insanity. You have a mission to meet a need and you don't want to talk about it. You think you're talking about money. Jen, I feel like I'm begging. I think I'm begging, Jen. I feel like I'm begging. Jen, I don't like talking. I don't. There's so much work and so much work, Jen. I don't like talking about. I don't like talking about money, Jen. I don't like acting like I need. I don't like people to think that I need help. I don't. That's why I pay for everything by myself, Jen, because I don't want to feel people that I need help. You don't need help. It's the people that you are serving that need the help. It ain't you. You don't need the help. But you need the people to partner with you to help the people that need the help. Now, yourself done jumped in the middle of this thing and it ain't got nothing to do with you. That if you are not able to be the advocate for the people that need help, you are blocking help. That's damnable. I'm in a position to where I could help, but you make a decision to not share and show the problem. Give people the opportunity to help solve their problem because you don't like asking for help. I want you to pay for everything out of your pocket. All right. I want you to pay for everything out of your pocket. That's what I want you to do. Because you don't set yourself up as a barrier to those that have a need. And you can't be trusted. I don't like you at all. I don't like you. I don't like nothing about you. You are the one that started a whole business to help yourself. You started this whole business because of what you want to do. Then you pay for it. But in order for our organizations to be impactful, in order for our organizations to be sustainable, why do we need to be sustainable? Because the need of the people that we serve is growing. Let me keep going. That was number 3, network, right? Now you've got to have what? You've got to have tools, right? I don't care what tool you knew. You guys like Uncle Google, y'all like cousin Chat GPT. I don't care what tool you use, right? There's none worse than whatever. But use a tool that's going to what? Help you to create an alignment, an identification, a communication, a chain of communication. This is the introduction. Hello, my name is, I'm the executive director of, I met you at a networking event. I was introduced to you by so and so, right? After that introduction, what's the next communication? After that, it was such a pleasure meeting with you. I enjoyed our conversation. Is there anything additional that you need to know about our organization or about our mission? Hopefully, that we can have a further conversation to see how possibly we can work together to solving the problem. We're not talking about what we need. We need a building. We need a bus. We need funding. We need this. We need. No, we are talking to people to say, can we work together through the access of a building, through the development of resource so that we can meet this need? I want y'all to keep the need at the forefront, not what you need, not what you want to do, not your passion, blah, blah, blah. No, it's the need. It's the need, right? God, those that have ear to hear, God, let them hear. Those that have ear to hear, God, let them hear. Those that are tone deaf, can't hear me, move them out of my way. Move them out of my way, Lord, because they're exhausting me. Lord, move them out of my way. Take them away. Take them to somebody else. Let them stay wandering. They like to wander. They like to wander. Lord, let's get to the promised land already. 2025, the land of promise, right? The land of we have enough to do the work to meet the need. I feel my help coming. I feel it. I feel my help. I feel my help now. Thank you guys for following here on the tuberations. Thank you all so very much for liking, for commenting, for subscribing. I pray that I am being clear. All right. Ignore my foolishness. It is just to give you insight into how it's done. All right. The information that I'm sharing with you, I am going to give you during our 10 days of raising money. I am going to help you over the 10 days that we are together during my 10-day fundraising challenge to set these things up for your nonprofit organization. Everyone that's in the 10-day challenge is going to have these things structured and set up. I'm going to invite you that every night of the challenge, every night that we say, okay, this is what the need is, and we're going to do role play. I'm going to put you in circumstance and situation where you get to say it to me as if you were saying it to a donor. Why? Because the next day you're going to go say it to a donor. So I want us to role play. I want you to hear it. I want you to become comfortable with it so that when you leave the challenge, you will be honey, you'll be able to do it. Okay. That is the point of the 10-day challenge. Okay. It's only $47 for those of you that would like to be a part of that. If that is you, say me, Jen, sign me up, sign me up, sign me up. The next thing that we're going to do is put together your list of who are your ideal donors. I'm going to show you exactly how to find the people that support the other organizations that serve the audience, such as yours. The third thing that we're going to do is really put together your network. Jen, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody. Well, I'm going to tell you exactly how to get known by those that are interested in this subject matter. I want you guys to understand what I'm saying, that in my 38 years of doing the job of raising money, I was in communities that were not my home, right? I was in Ithaca, New York. I was in Brooklyn, New York. I was in the Appalachians of Tennessee. I was on the Indian reservations in the Dakotas. I was in Thailand. That was a trip. I didn't even speak the language, honey. The poor lady behind the desk had to find me an interpreter while I was training these organizations on how to raise money. I speak one language. They didn't speak my language. I had to get across to them in their language how to raise money in their language. You understand? I'm an expert. Did you hear what I said? I am an expert. Okay. I want to help you. These were not my communities. These were not my programs. These were not my missions. But the same way that I showed them how to raise money is what I'm going to show you in our 10 days together. Now, with them, I only had 3 days. I only had 3 days. With you, I'm going to give you 10. Y'all are going to get 10 days with me. All right. We're going to put together your network. Who we going to go to first, Jen? What are we going to say first, Jen? How are we going to find our donors, Jen? We're going to research donors. We're going to research. We're going to use the tools to research and find donors. Okay. When you go out, when you are showing and sharing what you do with others, I'm going to show you exactly what to do. When you go to a networking event, when you go to a meeting, when you go as a guest to somebody's event, I'm going to tell you exactly how to introduce yourself and your nonprofit. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. I'm going to tell you how to follow up. After you were at that networking event, what do I say next? What do I do next, Jen? Jen, how do I get the meeting? How do I get the meeting with the donor, Jen? I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that. And then after the meeting, I'm going to tell you what to say. I'm going to tell you what to say when you go into this meeting. This is what you going to say, and this is what they going to say. Now, there are those of you that are in my audience that have done exactly what I've said to do. And you can testify. Yesterday, someone came on my live and they said, Jen, I did exactly what you told me to do. I told her, when you go into this event, this is what I want you to have lined up. This is what I want you to have on display. This is what I want you to do to get the audience engaged. And this is how long I want you to talk. And they raised money and got somebody to say, I will match whatever they give. I'll match it. She didn't ask to talk about money. She told them, this is how much we need to raise, and this is the need. And they took over the rest. Did y'all hear her say that last night? Another guy said, Jen, I did what you told us to do. And in 45 days, we raised $30,000 in 45 days. I'm going to tell y'all exactly what to do. All right. For those of you that are interested in signing up, y'all better hurry up. Go to my Cash App. What's my Cash App? $ the nonprofit expert. Go to my Cash App, $ the nonprofit expert. $47. Include your email. Include your email. Include your email. Okay. Include your email so that I can send you the information. We're going to spend 10 days together. And the list that I'm going through right now, the things that I'm explaining right now, this is going to be your takeaway, or one of the takeaways that you guys have. All right. Now, how do you find businesses? How do you find partners? Right? So what? You research businesses that align with your mission. Let's give an example. Home Depot, their mission, their community related causes that they're associated with is what? Homelessness and veterans. They have that already laid out. Most companies and businesses already have their community areas of interest, right? Coca-Cola, theirs is youth, international programs, and women, right? Walmart and Target are education. So what do? You research those businesses, corporations who have a cause such as yours: youth, youth sports, mental health, homelessness, right? Financial literacy, banks. There are businesses that are aligned with your mission. I'm going to show you guys during our time together exactly how to do that. Okay. And then what do? You've got to be seen. You've got to be seen. A strong presence shows the donor, the funder, the supporter, the contributor that you are relevant, that you are current, and that you are active. For those of you that say, Jen, I've got my social media page, but I haven't done anything with it for years. I haven't done anything with it for Jen for a long time. I'm not visible. I'm not out there. What does that say when the donor is looking you up? They said no activity for 2 years, no activity for 4 years, no activity for 3 years. But all of a sudden you asking for money? And they're like, well, you haven't been active. Like, if I give you my money, where's it going? Am I making a difference? But you're not active. Why are you not active? I just don't have time. I don't have time, Jen. I don't have time to talk about the need. I don't have time, Jen. I'm too busy. I'm too busy doing this program. You ain't doing that program. No, you're not doing the program. Let's stop it. Your program is 45 minutes once a month. Your program is 45 minutes once a month. You are not busy doing program. Even if your program was 3 times a week for 45 minutes, you are not busy doing program. Now, I think you're busy thinking about doing program. I think you sitting there contemplating and Googleations. I think you doing this, you doing this, you doing this, you doing this, you doing everything but strategizing. No, you're not too busy. No, you're not. You are not too busy. Just say, Jen, I've not made that a priority. Just say that. Just say, Jen, I've not made it a priority. I did not want to do it. I don't like doing it. And so I did not make it a priority. I don't have anybody, Jen. I don't have anybody to do it. You started this whole thing. You started a whole nonprofit, and now you don't have the time to show and share why what you do is important. That's asinine. I don't have no dog in that fight. If you are in that lane, go from me. I can't do nothing with that. I don't know what to do with that. I done started a whole business, Jen, but I don't have time to market my business. I done started a whole nonprofit, and that's why I'm funding it all by myself, Jen, because I don't have any time to invite, to encourage, to engage, to inspire anybody else to support it. I don't have time to do that. I don't have time. I'm too busy. I don't know doing what, but that ain't none of my business. That ain't none of my business. Do you, boo? Do you? That's why you're funding it all by yourself because no one can find you online. No one can see you. No, you cannot be found by a donor, a funder, or a supporter who is interested in solving this problem. You can't be found. You're not on anybody's FYP. You're not in anybody's algorithm. Why? Because you don't have time. Say that. Say, I don't have any money, Jen, because I don't have time. Say that. Don't say, I don't have any donors, Jen. I don't have any funders, Jen. I don't have any supporters, Jen. No, say, I did not take the time to market or engage with my donors. Look in the mirror. Am I the problem? Am I the problem, Jen? You are the problem. Money is not your problem. Money's not your problem. You have got to be found and seen. You've got to understand that once you find people, do you all understand how precious that is? That there are people who will give of their resource to solve a problem. You started this nonprofit because you wanted to start to solve a problem, I thought. Or was it for you? Now, that's the part that gets me a little bit confused, and I can't stay there too long because then I lose my mind. But did you start this nonprofit to solve a problem? Or did you start this nonprofit because of your own self satisfaction of doing something, ego tripping? I started this. It's mine, 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 mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's all mine. Well, then that's why you're funding it. But as a community based business, we can't do this work without the community. We need the partnership. We need the support. We need the buy-in. We need the agreement. We need the all those things of the community. If it's yours and you're so hell bent on keeping it to yourself, I don't like talking about it. I don't like networking about it. I don't like speaking about it. I don't like publicizing what we do, then you should be paying for it by yourself. That's it. That's it. Why do you want somebody else's money, but you can't tell them what need they're addressing? That's crazy to me. Now, don't y'all listen to me. All right. I wish I could say it differently, but I can't. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how else to say it. Money is not your problem. You are the problem. You done got a mission. You done got your status. You done got an audience. You done got all these things, except I don't know how to talk about the need. And that's all you got to do. And the truth be told, many of you don't know the difference between need and solution. Many of you don't know the difference between activity and solution. You don't know the difference. That's all you need to know is the difference. Just know the difference. That's it. It's not a place where you got to stay. Just know the difference. And I'm going to be sharing with you the difference in my 40 in my organized in my workshop. Okay? Are there any questions? Listen, I got a whole list of steps to getting funding, ongoing funding that will sustain your program. Money. But where does money come from? Money is not the issue. I don't know how much people have. It ain't my business, right? For those of you that are asking, how can I sign up, Jen? I want to sign up. I want to sign up. Go to my Cash App. Cash App me. Cash App at $ the nonprofit expert. The nonprofit expert. The nonprofit expert. Okay. Um, $47. Include your email address so that I know where to send the information. All right. Include the email address. It will start in January 13th. Now, before January 13th, prior to, all right, um, probably on Monday, I'm going to be sending out to you some things that I want you guys to start getting ready for the training, right? I want you all to start doing some of this research. I want you to start laying out your network. I want you to do some things so that when we are together, we're ready to work. That's the teacher in me. I teach this in colleges. I teach this in business incubators. I want our time in the 10 days to not be at the beginning of what do I do? What do I do? I want you all to have done the work that you can do prior to our getting together. So when we get together, you can say, Jen, I did this, but I wasn't sure how to do the rest of this because I want everybody to be at a place too. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Not, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I don't know. I don't know. I want you to lay all of that out first because I want our time together to be about next steps. Say next steps. How many of y'all are ready for the next step? How many of y'all are ready for the next step? I wish I could have done it this week, but y'all got these holidays and y'all want to take vacations and y'all want to do this. Let me say this. This is the best time of the year to raise money. Honey, December 31st, people, the donor, the funder, they're going to be looking for organizations to give their money to. I wish y'all were ready. I wish y'all were ready. Because between now and December 31st, people are going to be looking for organizations to give their money to. In the fourth quarter, October, November, December, organizations can raise anywhere between 40 to 70% of their budget in the last quarter. Why is that important? Because after December 31st, which is the last day to make your tax deductible contribution, the next day is January 1st. So all the money raised between now and the end of the year is going to set you up for what? Funding money January 1st, which just happened to be the next day. Next day, January, we still got program, right? We still got program. We still got activities. We still got expenses. I hope I've been helpful. I want to say thank you guys so very much for those of you all that join me over here on the Tuberations. Listen, I am committed to come live here every single day to give with you some strategies, systems, and tools, some things to think about, to things to analyze and to prioritize for your organization and your ability, your capacity, your capability of not just raising money, not just raising money. It's not about the money, but positioning yourself as an organization to meet the need. That's it. Positioning your organization to have the capacity to meet the need. Our work is priceless. You can't put a price on the work that we do. You can't put a price on helping people move from hopelessness to hope. People um, who are disenfranchised, people who have limitations and challenges, but through your activities and through your program mission are now self-sufficient, self-reliant, that they've come off of systems, that they're now able to thrive and to support themselves and their families successfully. That's priceless work. That's priceless. You can't put a cost on that. But there is a cost to do the work. Now, who pays that cost? Our donors, our funders, our contributors partner with us to meet the need. It's not about money, it's about meeting the need. But because you don't have any money, you make it about money. Jen, I need money. I need money, Jen. I need funders, Jen. I need donors, Jen. Put yourself in their shoes. Why should I give my money? Why should I give my money? Huh? One more time for the people in the bushes. Why should I give my money to you? Tell them this is the need that we're addressing. That's it. It's not about money. This is not about money. This is not about money. The truth is this, if you live in a county, if you live in a zip code, if you only have 1% of the people give to your organization, you're fully funded. You don't need everybody. You don't even need everybody to give a major gift. If you had 10 people a month giving $20 a month, that's one stream of revenue. Then you've got regular donors. Then you've got major donors. Then you've got annual donors, right? That's one stream. You got seven others. If you had two businesses contributing an in-kind contribution, right? That could be that they're donating something that your program needs, possibly some journals or possibly the photocopying for your materials and supply, whatever, that you don't have to spend money on. And then you had another business that gives you access to their employees, employee giving. Y'all are playing around. Y'all are playing around. Y'all are playing around. Y'all are playing. Okay. I'm looking for the people that say, Jen, I'm ready for the next step. I'm ready for you to tell me, honey, how to do this thing. Tell me what to do and how to do it, Jen. And I'm going to show you that I'm one of the 1,000. That's it. Don't get in my inbox. Don't tell me what you gonna do, what you want to do, but won't do. Huh? Did you hear what I said? Do not get in my inbox and tell me what you want to do, can do, but won't do. I'm not interested. I don't have time. Move aside, step aside, step aside. Why? Because I am on a mission for 1,000 in 2025. Will y'all hold me accountable? Will you hold me accountable, please? Okay. will you hold me accountable to only helping the 1,000? Okay. Only helping 1,000 to be fully funded in 2025. I'm not begging. I'm not pleading. I'm not cajoling. I'm not trying to drag anybody that does not want to go. Mm-mm, mm-mm. The Lord don't do it. The Lord doesn't do it. The Lord said, go on out there and wander for 40 years. If that's what you want to do, go on out there and wander for 40 years. The Lord don't even pull your tail. I'm not doing it. The ones that want to know, the ones that say, Jen, I need help, the ones that will say, Jen, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I want you. The rest of y'all, thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Help me get into the FYP for the ones that are ready. Okay. You don't have to be ready. It's okay. Some people are not ready. You are not ready. It's okay. But help me reach the ones that are. Will you do that? Will you help me give to the other people that are ready? I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Smooches, mean it. But I got to get started. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. Organization that want to be fully funded in 2025. 1,000. How many do I need every month? Let me do the math because y'all know I like a math thing, honey. I like me some math. Divided by 12. That means I only need 83. 83 a month. That's not hard. Doesn't matter what your budget is. Doesn't matter how much you need to raise. I've had to raise $12 million a year. $12 million a year. If all y'all combined was $12 million, I've done that several times. $12 million ain't hard to raise. $12 million is not hard to raise. I'm gonna help 1,000 of y'all get it. Get it. Put in the chat what your budget is. Put in the chat. How much is my budget, Jen? Jen, I need you to help me raise this much money. Jen, I need to raise this much money. Now, I want you to include salaries, okay? I want you to include salaries. I want you to include I want you to include all the things, right? Team, if you got to hire yourself a program coordinator, if you got to hire somebody to do your fundraising, if you got to hire somebody to do the marketing, okay? I see 1.2 million. I see 1.2 million. That ain't a lot of money. That's not a lot of money. That's not a lot of money. 1.2 million. All right. That's a lot of money. Well, that's only $100,000. $100,000 a month divided by 8 streams of revenue. That's only $1,250 per stream of revenue. That ain't a lot of money. That's not a lot of money. That's not a lot of money. We can do that. We can do that. I had a lady who said she did what, 30,000 in 45 days. I had one woman who said I did 3,000 in one night in a couple hours. That's not a lot of money. Again, I want you to make sure that you include everything that you need so that we know what our target is, what our goal, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. I'm about the time. All right. For those of you that are ready, say, I'm ready, Jen. I'm ready. Go on over to my Cash App. Go on over to my Cash App, the nonprofit expert, $ the nonprofit expert. For those of you that say, Jen, I want a one-on-one with you. Jen, I need to work with you one-on-one, one-on-one, one-on-one. What's today? If you guys want a one-on-one with me, okay, I will give you a one-on-one for $100. I will give you a one-on-one for $100. Okay. Normally my one-on-one is 175. I'll give the 75, you give the 100, and then I'm gonna give my expertise. So I'm giving more than you. I'm giving more than you, honey. Merry Christmas. I'm giving more than you. All right. So if you want a one-on-one with me to get ready, I'm going to say to you, did you get my nonprofit startup guide? Did you get my nonprofit startup guide? If you say to me, I heard you say to get it, Jen, but I didn't get it. I don't know what to say with that. All right. Any questions, any comments, put them in the comments below. Thank you all so very much for listening. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for helping me reach my goal of 1,000. 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 nonprofits, 1,000 people at least are right now praying for their problem to be solved. At least 1,000 people are in a circumstance of need in your community. At least 1,000. Your missions matter. Your mission matters. Did you hear what I said? I'm in this for the mission. Your mission matters. Let's get you in position so that you have the resources to meet their needs. Our work is important. All right. I will step over you. I will step on you. Don't play with me. I'm in it for the need. I don't care nothing about your passion. I'm in this because people have needs. Did you hear what I said? I'm in it for the needs of the people. That our organizations are the only ones within our communities to address their need. We do what for-profit businesses cannot do. We do what government cannot do. I'm in it for the need. Okay? Let's be clear. I don't care nothing about your passion. Nothing. My job is to make sure organizations have the money that they need to meet need. That's my job. Don't play with me around my job. You understand? Don't play with me about my job. I love you much. I love you bunches. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for your follows. I appreciate your subscriptions and I appreciate your interest in this.